All right, YouTube, what is up? We are back with another Swing Notebook series, and we finally got to play a little bit of real ball. It's still inside. It's still in the dome, but it's not with the squishy ball. It is currently negative 10 degrees outside, but we have the C Challenge Cup tournament coming up, and the D boys got the D Challenge Cup coming up this weekend. Ours is in next weekend. So this weekend we go to the Dells. Then we have our Challenge Cup tournament, their Challenge Cup tournament. I think they leave for it in 2 days. So best of luck to them. There's a lot of guys on our tournament team this year that are on the D Challenge Cup team. Big Dylan Olsen right here catching. The dude fucking mashes. You'll get to see one of his swings later. Shortstop Sammy here. Little special, but he's a heck of a ball player. That dude is fucking, he's a dog, man. You get to see one of his diving catches. And then all the way in left field, you got Dan over here. You don't get to see any of his catches because he's in the outfield. And outfielders just don't get the love they deserve because they're always out of the camera frame. But we got a C Challenge Cup versus a G Challenge Cup here. Scrimmage. First couple rounds, first couple innings that we were doing, it was just everybody bats through the order, so everybody gets a swing. And if you get on, you get on, and you get out, you get out. And then at like 11 p.m., we switched it over to actually running. Like once you get 3 outs, then you switch the inning. So it was kind of fun. We got a lot of swings in. Got to hit a real ball inside. Got to hit against the defense, and it was nice. It was nice to like get some feedback. It wasn't just like HitTrax where there's like not a lot of feedback. HitTrax, obviously you have your own pitcher pitching to you. You're actually having a pitcher trying to pitch to get you out. We had strikes and balls. You could strike out. You couldn't really walk just because you wanted to get your swing in, so there was no point in walking. But there was counts that we were doing. We had an umpire there. It was super fun, and it was cool to see a live pitching again. So this is our first swing. We had just gotten there. I think this is like 10 p.m. at night. We had a HitTrax tournament early in the morning today, and our first swing of the game was right here. Let's see what we got here. Boom. So a little right center bomb ski to start the day. Thought process here is nobody's on base. Our first two batters popped up. There's a lot of guys on the C Challenge Cup team that have not played yet this year. A little rusty, but once we figured it out, they figured it out and they were crushing. But nobody on. So the goal here was to push the ball, get in that right side, right? I know this pitcher. His name's Burnsy. He's fucking hilarious. He's one of the funniest pitchers ever. And a lot of times he throws me an outside pitch on the very first pitch. So I was thinking, okay, get this ball outside. The thing that I was not realizing, and this is just like 101. It's like, just take a pitch, man. Like, this was a good pitch to swing at, but like, take a pitch to get the timing down. Like, I had just no live pitching timing, and the lighting there is just like, the ball got on me much quicker than I thought. We kind of did crucify this ball, and I wasn't really worried about like keeping this one in. I wasn't really trying to hit it out. I was just trying to go right field just to get the swing in. Again, this was before we had started keeping score, like keeping outs. It was just everybody gets a swing. I wanted to open up here, but got the ball to right field here, dipped just a little bit, but I mean that ball was pretty well crucified. Got that thing over there, and that was a good start. Good little ego boost to be able to get the swings down and see how we're crushing it. We got Sammy here. Sammy's got a funny swing, but he mashes, dude. He's got a good ass swing here. Ribs this ball into the gap. Goes and ribs two here. I think he grabs on this one. I'm catching here. Just looking good. Look at that slide into two for Sammy, and then somebody bats him in. He has over the cheek. That's a little swing there. I think this is actually one of my favorite swings of the day right here. Thing that I realized is I first pitch swung on pretty much every single at bat, which some like it's a really first pitch swing. If I see something to hit, I just hit it and I go. I was thinking left center here. Nobody on again. Try to keep that ball down. Rip this ball right over top in that left center gap. Again, dipping just a little bit, getting a little bit too long. Again, I think a little bit of timing of just like seeing a live pitch, getting used to that. They felt like I was a little bit close. Get the hands. I mean, the barrel's just like parallel with that ball. And we ripped that into the gap for a double. He said he was watching it off the bat and got that ball to go. So that's it. That was probably one of my favorite swings. Now, it wasn't the farthest or the hardest, but just one of my favorite swings. Put the ball where I wanted it. Where did the middle guy play me? Because I think this is what I was just basing my shots off. Yeah, so first ball, I went push side. Dylan tells him push side, so this guy goes over here. So whenever that middle guy shifts, my goal is just to put it through that gap, right? There's a massive gap here, so I was trying to challenge myself to put it through that gap, kind of strike through, and that's why my focus was here, just drilling that ball through. I get a little bit of an inside pitch too, so I'm like, I can turn on this ball and get that ball through that gap, and that was pretty much perfect. That's everything I wanted. Got it in for two. Okay, so this is one. This is one where the pitch selection isn't good, but again, they moved their middle guy over again. Once I went right side, so they moved the right side. I went left side, they moved the left side. And I was just seeing spots, man. Like sometimes when you step onto the field, it's just like you see a big spot. And I saw this massive hole right here. I'm like, I'm just gonna dribble this ball in. Now, this is one that I did everything right that I wanted to do. I kept everything low. I punched that ball through the gap, but I would have liked to have swung at a better pitch. My bat was almost touching the ground by the time I swung at this, and my face is in the way, but that pitch is definitely short. Sometimes I kind of like that short pitch to be able to drill through that, but that one was definitely too short, and I would not, like, I don't think that's a pitch I should live and die by. But the thing I'm happy with here, and this is not like I was trying to do this, and I did it with the bat, right? Like, and I think a lot of times I can get in my head about trying to do everything right or wrong, or like focus on a lot of other things. It's like, are you an adaptable hitter that can put the ball where you want to put the ball? Like a lot of times when you hit home runs, you didn't do the right thing, right? Like it gives you a dopamine response of like, oh, I stroked that ball, but it's, and I have one of those later, but it's like, it wasn't what you're really trying to do with the ball versus some of these hits, which aren't as visually sexy, win you a lot more games, and they're a lot more accurate in doing what you were supposed to do with the bat. So we got that ball through the gap. I was pretty happy with that one. And that's new. Like if I can control the ball like that, if I can hit the ball into spots like that, I would have a really good good season this year. So I'm excited to be able to see that spot, put that ball there. Two hefties on the mound. Your softball god. You know, Too Hefty. This dude's a fucking legend. I love Josh, dude. He's such a good dude. They put him in on the mound, had to take him yard. We have two people on, 2 outs. High inside pitch. I was trying to just gap or gone this ball, 2 on, 2 down. We have 5 home runs to use, and I absolutely crucified that ball. I think dead center is 340 feet in this one. This one was crucified and cut. That one felt good. 3-run bomb. First one. Now this is one. G before me hit a home run. Right, and we're not, like, again, this first game, we're not really keeping, like, super track of our scores, but, like, G hit a home run before me, so my thought process is they moved the middle guy to the right. I'm trying to cut this ball into this gap, and this is the swing that I fuck up on a lot of times. And I fuck up on it in, like, a good way, I guess you could say, because, yeah, you stroke it, but, like, every time I try to hit this front, not every time, when I try to hit this front side middle, a lot of times this is my miss. When I'm really cutting the ball, like I hit my farthest home runs I ever hit, and I'm really just trying to drill this ball right there on the hand side of Too Hefty. Not trying to hit Too Hefty, just trying to put it through that gap right there, through that hand side where he has to reach across his body to go get it, go get that ball, or you just cut it into that gap, and then nobody has a chance at fielding it. But this one went 340 again. Kind of sent that one here. Gonna look at where my hands are. Is it just behind some, just underneath the ball, and that's just the difference. Like underneath the ball there versus just like a tiny bit up. Like it felt amazing. Like I barreled that ball, stroked it, but it's like literally the difference between top of the ball versus middle of the ball, and then that ball's going to go there rather than 340 at like 110. That ball was destroyed, but just right over top, trying to get that ball in that gap. Missed it just a little bit. Can't be doing that, dummy. Now, this is the first pitch I watched all day. I was 4 for 4, and I had swung at the first pitch. Again, most of the pitches were solid. I felt like I was swinging on them. Didn't feel like I was swinging on my shoes. But now we're actually watching pitches. So that was good. I didn't go into this bat like thinking that at all. I didn't realize I had swung first pitch. So I took a walk there, countless resets here. Again, middle guy's over here. I had missed that middle shot the first time on the front side, so I'm trying to hit it again. There, all right. Beat Sammy's ass. I think this is going to be the performance right here as well. Placement of a ball. Right? So I put this ball in that gap, hit it pretty hard, kept it low, was able to sprint through. Sammy, the very next play, he's one of the best shortstops in Minnesota. This is G, the guy that's batting before me. He did this the very first play before. Almost the same exact spot on this ball. Sammy has a very similar jump. He is hitting into where the middle guy is, so maybe Sammy's just a little bit farther over. Maybe we can look at that. Sammy's here, there. I mean, he's pretty much in the same spot. My ball hits right there. Where does G's ball hit? Let's see where G's ball hit. Right there. So one step. Where is this one? Sorry, geeking out about this. I mean, they're both pretty much in the same exact spots. Maybe G's is a little bit over, but this is the importance of exit velo and hitting balls hard, right? Like, there's gaps that you can open up and gaps you can put the ball through if you hit the ball hard. And even a couple miles of exit velo dropping here kind of costed G an out here. I think actually he beats it out. This is a good swing. He's going through. Sammy just makes a fucking incredible play. Look at this, dude. Look at him. Look at that dive. I told him real good because I thought he had it. Sammy makes his dive. Squirrel dives up, throws it. That's our shortstop. So that was a sick one, but I thought that was a cool little talk on what exit velo can do for you and what hitting the ball hard can do for you. Now this is the one that I missed. This ball drifted outside. I waited just a little bit too long. They put this guy in the middle. I was trying to go a little bit more middle. I really was not trying to hit Burnsy as well, but I was thinking, okay, I either go wait really long and go right field, or I go middle. I really wanted to go middle, but then I waited too long, think I could be fancy and put it down that line, and I hit it right in this spot. And this typically is my miss when I push it. Stroke it hard, but it's right at the first, second base when I blew his ass up. But that is just not a very good hit with a guy on one here. That's not my goal there. I was trying to push that ball a little bit more. Timing's just a little bit off. Just got to trust it. Wait just a little bit longer. Let that ball get behind me. See, it's right there. I can wait one more frame. And then instead I take it right there. I don't know why this thing is freezing here. Take it right there on top of it. That's what I want. I want to keep that ball down. And then just a little bit of a rollover. Maybe if I cut that a little bit more, he gets less of a play on it as well. But yeah, I do not want to drill that ball. So that was my least favorite swing of the day. Just stuck between two swings. Hit it hard. I didn't miss a barrel today, which was really, really nice. That was a good feel, but that is not the spot that you want to put that ball in that situation. Now, we are down 1 run with 2 outs and a guy on 2. Big D is up. And look at big boy Anson. Oh my God. Just the walk-off swing of walk-off swings. Dylan is a fucking 6'6" ogre. He's been on a couple videos, but look at that, dude. Stays compact, stays inside, get that ball on the handle, and just absolutely annihilates that ball. For the walk-off home run, that ball had some exit velo. Dylan's going to go this season. That is a squint notebook for this year. Excited for the Dells this weekend with the same squad. Hopefully the D Challenge Cup guys come back champions. I will see you guys next week. Just keep swinging, baby. Let's go.